The water that we have now is probably more than what we're going to have in the future. Solving the water problem is going to take a lot more than technology. Water is governed by a complex set of policies and regulations. It obeys politics and public interests, and it has an aspect of it that's tied to public health.
If you think about a lot of the chemicals that are in use in the world today, like plastics or gasoline and fuels or dyes and detergents, a lot of these molecules are carbon-based. What we're looking to do is start making these molecules out of CO2 and water and renewable electricity instead of using fossil fuels as a feedstock.
CO2 is a greenhouse gas, and it's causing heating of the planet. The question is, how do we stop it without drastically changing our lifestyles?
There's something about Berkeley and the mission of improving the world that it may sound trite, but it really seems to be embedded in this place. It affects the people, it affects their approach to solving problems, and ultimately I think it's the secret sauce that makes our research possible.
One of the things about Berkeley is we have the most brilliant students in the world, and they're creative and they do great PhD research, but some of them are also interested in becoming entrepreneurs.
Now we have startups that are starting to take this technology to market. So there's a startup out of Lawrence Berkeley Lab that is basically taking CO2 and converting it to chemicals using electricity. But 10 years ago it was almost impossible. And it all starts from the lab at universities, starting from academic research.
The students who come to Berkeley in particular, a lot of them have this desire or passion to really improve our environment. And they come in wanting to work on basic research problems, but at the same time they have an eye on what are the research problems that could impact society and make our lives better, and hopefully make a sustainable future.
I'm optimistic because the developing world of water technology is giving us access to sources of water that we didn't think were actually there. My research lights the way towards a world where there's enough water for all.
I would say my research really lights the way towards a zero carbon world. What's really important right now is that we need to show everyone what the possibilities are. So you're never going to have big companies investing in new technologies unless they're shown, hey, this is something that can work, this is something that can be commercial, this is part of what's a reality in the future.